At over 10,000 feet altitude, the barren desert plateau of Ladakh is a fascinating crucible of cultures. It is bound on the south by the Great Himalayas and on the north by the majestic Karakoram range. However, in days gone by, this was not an isolated place. It was an active crossroads of trade in the ancient world. The second great coming of Buddhism was when King Yeshe-O of Guge built 108 monasteries across his kingdom in the early 11th century. These were made in Ladakh, Western Tibet and Lahaul-Spiti. Craftsmen and artists from Kashmir were invited by Yeshe-O, and they constructed and painted these monasteries, which were to become the backbone of trans-Himalayan Buddhism. These monasteries are a significant part of the heritage of the world, and they reflect one of the most glorious periods of painting in India. These paintings carry forward the grace and the beauty of human form, which was seen in the paintings of Ajanta. In the Pala kingdom, with the development of Vajrayana Buddhism, the meditative qualities and thoughtful expression of the earlier paintings finds a new meaning and form. Vajrayana Buddhism has Dhyani Buddhas, who personify different aspects of the Buddha's compassion and wisdom. This philosophy offers a new path towards attaining enlightenment. The worshipper meditates upon images of the deity until he becomes the deity himself. By absorbing the qualities personified in the image, he becomes that very aspect of the Buddha which is presented in the image before him. Thus, paintings are extremely important for Vajrayana Buddhists as an essential part of religious practice. Alchi is an oasis of beauty and color in the midst of the vast and barren landscape of Ladakh. The dhoti of the Avalokiteshwar has some of the most gorgeous paintings. We see here the only surviving visual representations of the culture and architecture of ancient Kashmir. These paintings are especially valuable as the paintings of Kashmir itself of that period have been lost. Here we see a Kashmiri king out for a hunt with falcons. A dancing girl stands before a temple in Kashmir. She has a vitality and poised style as would befit a proud dancer. A Tibetan king and queen sitting down to drink. The walls of Alchi are resplendent with figures in the most luminous colors painted anywhere. It speaks for the development of the ancient techniques and materials that these colors still appear fresh 1,000 years after they were painted. The deities are depicted in a special environment, the mandala. The worshipper has to take on the deity's qualities and see himself living in that environment. Then, he may weaken and finally eliminate his sense of living in the material world. One of the masterpieces of the Alchi paintings is the green Tara. We see here the marvelous shaping of the form with skillful shading, which creates a sense of volume and roundedness of the limbs. We see the protruding further eye, which extends beyond the line of the face. This is a convention in Indian painting, which is seen particularly in the Jain paintings of Western India.